Champ.
Hello, and welcome back to Ball Prediction Wrestling. I am joined by the Ryan and the Ryan to my Chad. It's Ryan and Ryan. How are you, boys?
All right.
Late.
Greetings.
Late. Yeah, late.
Too sweet, baby.
Right. We do
So,
this on my
how's-
time.
In other words,
Always.
guys, I've been sat here for 20 minutes waiting for him. Ryan turns up 5 minutes late. The other Ryan turns up 15 minutes late. It's like, it's all right. We'll work on your time. He's the tribal chief and all that. We'll work on your time.
Tribal
How's your week been?
Oh my God.
It was been all right, but knackering from yesterday.
Amazing, mate.
Amazing.
Done everything. Been
Monday.
everywhere.
Monday. Been sitting here doing an Elimination
Amazing.
Chamber review.
Oh yeah.
He messages me going, I've got some beauty work to do.
I have no idea what you're on
An
about.
hour later on Snapchat, I see he's gone for a bike ride. I'm like, it's because of this lockdown and I can't go anywhere, innit? Right. Let's get into the news.
No comment.
The big news. Big Show, also known as Paul White, going to AEW.
Where?
All the large program, as it's now called.
The hefty spectacle has gone to AEW. Lads, what do we reckon?
Very surprised.
Yeah, it was very out of nowhere.
he didn't
I
do
didn't see it
anything, did
coming.
Really, there weren't even like rumors of it or anything. It was just bam.
No.
He's appearing on Dynamite next week with Tony Schiavone. He's also going to be doing
Ooh.
in the contract. It says he's on a long-term contract, as well as making his in-ring return. He's going to be doing commentary on AEW's new show, AEW Dynamite, AEW Dark Evolution. So it's like Dark's like the NXT, and this is like the NXT's NXT. I'm all for it. You know, we're gonna get that Shaq match, aren't we?
Yeah, I think it's bound.
Potentially.
we're gonna get that Shaq match.
You're gonna get it, yeah.
But yeah, honestly, it just came out of nowhere. I couldn't believe it.
I didn't believe it at first because obviously Louis was telling me, and I was just like,
Nah,
And then
he
I-
hasn't.
and then it came, and I was like, what? Like I said, there were no rumors or anything.
No.
Usually, like something like that, there's like little bits of leaks, isn't there?
I thought it had to be fake. I was like, there's no way that's true.
Yeah.
But it must have literally been.
That's because it's Big Show as well, and he's like WWE, and you're like,
It must
come
have
on.
literally been his contract ran out and he signed this one straight away because we only seen
Yeah,
him a
but
few months ago.
I read somewhere that he wasn't happy that. Do you know the last Legends night we had?
Yeah, he was there this year. He was on
He didn't-
Raw
he didn't-
6 weeks
He
ago.
didn't like the fact that he was degraded by Orton backstage. Do you remember that
Yeah.
segment? Yeah, he weren't a big fan of that.
The thing is, I imagine that because over the past few years, he's got himself in better shape than he's ever been.
Yeah, no, yeah, he has.
Yeah.
And what's he done? He's had 3 matches
So-
with Braun Strowman, challenged Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania/Raw, and
Yeah.
got beat up by Randy Orton.
Yeah, there were a while anyway. He was like really bad, like really lost his way, didn't he?
Seeing this more and more though, with like the guys. Obviously, when TNT back in the day, you had WCW on there. You also had guys like Paul White and Sting. And you're finding them now that now AEW's on TNT. They're sort of like ending the careers back where they started, and it's becoming more and more. I won't be surprised if we get maybe even Hogan on there in the near future, or like something as wild as that. Because I'd have never thought I'd put Big Show in the tier of the guys that would never leave WWE.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
that he's done that, it's like anything can happen now. That forbidden door is just
I feel like Goldie
being
wants to.
smashed down.
The WrestleVotes, who are obviously really reliable when it comes to backstage politics, they said that they've got nothing on this. Like, there's nothing to say apart from when your contract's coming to an end, everyone's listening. Like, if your contract's coming to an end, like literally anyone could go anywhere. We could see like Ric Flair turn up there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and these
Surprised
are
I
people
don't
that.
know. Yeah, I mean, would can you? I don't know. Ric
Hey,
Flair.
if they say they don't want, if they let his contract run out, and AEW
Yeah.
offer a bit of money,
True.
I think obviously
Do you
The
think-
Undertaker
do
you wouldn't see.
Do you think Ric Flair would go though, or do you think he'd be too loyal
Yeah.
to?
I think he'd go. He went to TNA.
I was going to say,
He
he went to
wrestled in
TNA.
TNA.
Yeah,
True,
I
that
think
is
he'd
true.
go.
I think anyone apart from Undertaker and even maybe Cena wouldn't jump ship. I think
Cena
everyone
wouldn't.
else is
Cena-
on the cards
Cena
to jump
wouldn't
ship.
go. I don't
That's what I
imagine
mean. I
if
don't
Cena
think
turned
Cena
up.
and Taker would never go.
Cena
But,
goes and he's a
you know.
heel. Woo!
I mean, we've had The Rock on Impact TV like last year. I mean, for that Hall of Fame thing.
Yeah.
So anything can happen these days.
I
Anything.
wouldn't be surprised if we see a Hogan over there at some point.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say that. I'd say I'd give it a few years. I could probably see it happening.
Um, over the past week, there's not really been that much news, and any news there has been overshadowed by this. Anybody else got any news to add, or should we just jump straight into SmackDown? Okay, we're going to jump straight into SmackDown. We did do an Elimination Chamber review separate, the three of us, so that is on the channel. So we're going to be skipping the Elimination Chamber here because we've already reviewed it. So we're going to kick off with SmackDown.
Yeah, man.
We got Edge and Roman Reigns come face to face before Sami Zayn feels left out and interrupted. Roman Reigns whispers something to Edge and then leaves. What do we think he said, lads?
I reckon he said, "Please choose me," so Goldberg doesn't. Please choose me.
I was going to say the same thing.
No, I reckon what Roman did, right? He went up to him, leaned in close, and he went, "Listen to the Bold Prediction Wrestling Podcast."
Yeah. I think
and then he left.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's another good Roman Reigns and Edge promo, innit? Like, obviously we get more of this.
I'm really obviously we know now.
Yeah,
that is the reason going down at Mania, but I am really looking forward to it. Like, just how it all plays out. Like, it's already started off well.
Yeah,
and we've got another 7 weeks of it or something,
if not more. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. So I'm interested to see how it pans out.
Big E is at ringside with a TV dinner and a foot spa, watching Apollo Crews versus Nakamura.
That setup is amazing.
Big E just chilling there on his own sofa, like. Nakamura defeats Apollo Crews. Crews then attacks Nakamura before Big E comes in. Then Crews attacks him, and then he throws the steel steps at the floor. But we're meant to believe that it hits Big E, and then Big E gets stretchered off. Anything? I think it's safe to say Apollo Crews is a full-on heel now. It's slow, wasn't it? But
there's no doubt about that, is there at all?
I think he needed it, to be fair. It's a good direction.
I think he needed it because he's just got you can't even say he was stale because they weren't doing anything.
He was just there sometimes, wasn't he? And then he had a push.
He
had a push, lost the push.
And then he just lost it.
For years, he's just been a guy that smiles.
Yeah.
A
few flips and has a nice theme.
It's crazy though because he's in ring style. He's really good for a guy that size. Like, he should not be doing those flips. Like, he's really good. So
he's insane. Like, he's got the ability. It's the character that he lacks for me.
They give him no character.
He's been there for 5 years now.
How much?
Wow. 2016. Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah. Wow.
It's crazy.
What's he done in that time? He's won the United States Championship.
That's it. That's literally. He's had no Mania match.
That was only like 5
apart from the Andres.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
That's bad. As he is getting stretched away, Seth's music hits and he comes out and says he'll stop anyway who gets in the way of his new vision.
Out dressed as Chris Jericho. Did you see that photo where it's like the same jacket?
No, I haven't seen that. I seem to miss everything I do.
I'll try and find it for you.
Another good Seth promo.
Yeah.
Where do you think it's going? Do you think it's going to Cesaro for a bit?
Yeah.
Because they've both referenced it, haven't they?
Also, considering Cesaro didn't win the Chamber as well, like it frees him up. So
I think I stand by what I said last week. I think we get Seth, Cesaro, Fastlane, Seth, Bryan at Mania, and I'd take that to be fair.
Yeah, but I want a Cesaro singles match at Mania because he hasn't had one yet.
That's true.
Can you see, just as a little segue, can you see Rollins potential? If what you think is Rollins versus Bryan at Mania, can you? Because obviously we're obviously going to get Bryan Reigns at Fastlane. Can you see Rollins coming down helping Reigns?
I mean, it'd be interesting. I won't see it happening, but I'd like to see it happen.
No, I'm just trying to think that's to make it make sense. If that's, I don't know.
Personally, I would keep Roman and Seth apart for now.
Yeah.
Till
SummerSlam.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
You've got the story with Bryan for the Rumble because it was Seth that eliminated Bryan. So you've got the start there. So they just need to build from that.
Natalya and Tamina beat the Riot Squad after Billie Kay comes out with a Tamina shirt and some cat ears. I have a few things to say. First of all, I didn't realise that Tamina had a shirt.
Jesus Christ.
Second of all, Tamina got the pinfall victory.
Yeah.
Tamina got a pinfall victory.
Yeah, that is don't see that often, do you?
Shocking.
Man.
Absolutely shocking.
Bayley hosts an episode of Ding Dong Hello with guests Shania. Shania can't get through the door, which, classic oh, God, go through, yeah, whatever. Bailey says she's taking Ellen's job, which I thought was quite a funny line. Reginald comes out, and we get followed by Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. We get a 6-person tag match with Shania and Bailey taking on Reginald, Sasha, and Bianca. Reginald pins Nia Jax.
Not impressed.
I have more to say about this when we get into Raw, but I'm going to talk about Bailey. I think this whole... I love this Ding Dong Hello. And they're coming out and she's like, use the door. And they're like, they're not. I love Bailey. I think she's brilliant.
I only have like one issue with it. Not the Ding Dong Hello, just about Reginald.
Go on.
So, right, let's picture ourselves that we know they're trying to push this equality thing. The women's division is just as good as the men's division. All that stuff. But let's be honest, if we had, say, a female version of Reginald interrupt and cause stuff between a Drew McIntyre and, let's say, Randy Orton match, come on, you're basically telling us for years that they're just as important, and you're feeling shit like that. What I think I'm not a big fan of it because it weakens Sasha and Bianca at Elimination Chamber, and then they're your main event. So why would you? It's not even funny. I can't get my words right, but to me it just weakens the whole.
It's the way they've done it.
Like that it's equal, like James Ellsworth. It's that similar situation, but slightly better.
Skinny, weak, small men can interact with the women, and big girls like Nia,
stupid stuff like
or what's her name, Jade Cargill, is it from AEW? They can interrupt the men, but you don't get like, I don't know, you don't get a Carmella interrupting a Braun Strowman, do you?
Exactly,
because Carmella and R-Truth or stuff, but it's comedy. It's not.
So I don't know
serious.
why they do. Like this guy even had an untelevised match, but he got a pinfall against a woman. When you've been pushing the women for the past 3 years, that they're just this amazing force, which they are. They're just talented and everything. Why would you just do that to a guy that's not even wrestled the frigging match?
He wrestled Sasha and lost.
Get it. Well, they want proper.
And that's
he's not really good, is he?
Well,
he's just there.
Well, he's talented.
I'm not a fan.
And then he goes backstage, and Carmella's like, "Where have you been?" He's like, "Oh, just getting some wine." And he's like, "Do you think I don't watch the show?" And then they have a bit of a fight. During the show, Edge has been confronting all the chamber participants, which I thought was quite cool. He goes and sees everybody.
Yeah, all the faces though, and I don't think it were the heels, were it?
It was just the
faces.
Went to see Corbin.
Ryan Cesaro.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I only saw the faces.
Because I think he only went to see, because Jey Uso and Sami Zayn were in the ring with him to start with. And then I think he went and saw the other four.
Then, out backstage,
Brian and Cesaro are talking to Owens backstage, and they're like, "Oh, can we trust him? Can we trust him?" And then they're like, "Oh, he's turned on Kofi Kingston. He's turned on Sami Zayn." He's like, "Oh, there's another big name I'm missing. I should have made a list." And I'm just like, "Brilliant, brilliant."
That was brilliant.
That is the best Jericho.
You could see the look on Owens' face as well when it was said. Always was like,
fair play. That's good.
Do you reckon that was like improv?
I was just going to say,
that's that brain level. Brain level. I can't see Vince passing that off. If not, can you? Like he hates that stuff.
But Brian, but to be fair, because surely Brian wouldn't just go off the cuff and say it.
I don't
know, mate.
I think with Brian, a lot of his stuff is. A lot of Brian's stuff isn't scripted. He gets a lot of free roll. Yeah. So I think he just sort of like, I can get away with saying someone else. He didn't even name him, did he? He just referenced him.
Yeah. He said, I'm just making a list. Like, it's because where we obviously know, we think we put 2 and 2 together, but like, obviously Vince will know. But
do you think he's forgotten? Yeah. Do you think he's just like, I don't get it? It's gone straight over his head.
It wouldn't surprise me. I really wouldn't surprise me.
Main event. Faces go on to beat Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Corbin after Brian makes Sami Zayn tap out.
Yeah.
After the match, everyone hits finishers before Edge spears Jey Uso and Roman spears Edge. They both came out of nowhere, which I thought was brilliant.
Yeah, it were class, to be fair.
Obviously, then we get Elimination Chamber. We get told that Edge is challenging Roman Reigns at Mania officially. Again, we've discussed that on the podcast. We don't really need to discuss it too much here. Anything else about SmackDown, or are we good to jump over to Raw?
Straight to Raw, I think.
Miz TV kicks off the show. Now, I personally think it's so good hearing WWE champion, The Miz. I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. The Hurt Business come out and say they want their half the deal, as Lashley, as the deal was, Bobby Lashley is first in line if he helps Miz become the champ. Lashley gives him an hour to come to his senses about the championship match. We'll get more to that when we get to that segment. But yeah, it's just good hearing WWE champion The Miz. I'm like, nice.
It's just a shame it's not going to last long.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
No.
Backstage, Riddle thanks the Lucha House Party for helping him get his first win in Warzone.
Yeah, do you know what? To be fair, I'm actually now a fan of Riddle. I didn't like him for some months.
No, you can't.
I've joined the bandwagon.
You can't jump on the hype train now.
I liked it, and he named the Eagle. I thought that was well funny.
He then calls his new championship belt to Travis and rides a scooter around the arena.
I've been a bro since day one.
I like how they were...
I mean, that is just cringe, really, though, isn't it?
Before this match, they were counting down how long Miz had left.
Yeah, they had like the clock on.
Yeah, I did like that.
I thought that was pretty cool, yeah.
Riddle beats John Morrison.
Nice, strong match.
Right.
It was good seeing John Morrison in a singles role, like we said on the Chamber.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I feel like he's just been lost in a way, because it's all been on Miz with the briefcase and obviously the belt now. He's just getting lost, really.
R-Truth thinks that Bad Bunny is Bugs Bunny. It's just R-Truth, isn't it? New Day.
I liked it when he went. He goes, "Oh, my bad, buddy."
Brilliant. New Day take on Retribution. Retribution hit their finisher. Ali tells them to hit it again. This costs them the match. After the match, Ali says he's fed up with them all, letting him down. Yeah.
Just split up Retribution. I'd actually give a shit then.
They literally just they had so much promise, and now it's just
when they come on, right? When that segment comes on and it's like New Day Woods, I just keep it on. I just got my phone. I couldn't give a shit.
It's a shame because I love Mustafa Ali. I love him. I think he's brilliant.
He's good. He's perfect for the role, but the role's just shit.
Next we have Miz's decision. So Miz says he's made his decision, but he needs more time. Miz asks for a week to prepare. Then Braun Strowman comes out. Braun Strowman says he deserves a match for the title. Adam says he can't just interrupt everything. Braun says he can do whatever he wants. It's clear they have a vendetta against him. Then out comes the Miz's former tag team partner, Shane McMahon. Braun says everything sucks and he wants a championship opportunity tonight. Shane says, "Well, I think that idea sucks." Shane books Braun versus Lashley for tonight, and if Braun wins, there's a triple threat match next week. Lashley hits a cheap shot, then leaves. Miz defends his championship next week against either Lashley or a triple threat match, which obviously we'll get to the main event in a bit. Do you see Miz's face when he says it'll be a triple threat match? He's like,
yeah.
It's over. It's over.
It's done.
No, it was a good promo. We're definitely going to get Braun and Shane, I think.
Oh, yeah. I'd actually like that.
I think they planted the seeds, didn't they, with the whole chamber, and then
yeah.
It's going to be a slow burner, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think.
Rhea Ripley's coming to Raw soon. We got a little thing for that. Do you think she's better on Raw or SmackDown? Where do you think she's
Raw?
More needed?
I'd take a series with her and Oscar. Those matches would be amazing for the title.
And do you know what? I want Charlotte in there just so Rhea can beat her and get payback for last year.
Because then it'll come full circle then.
Yeah, I agree.
We then get a tornado tag match between Lucha House Party and the Hurt Business. During this match, I was like,
finally.
I was like, they're both in the ring for too long. Why aren't they counting them out? And then I realised that it's tornadoes. So
lads, how good is it to see a tornado tag match finally back on the TV? I love those matches. They've been gone for years. So good.
Do you actually like them?
I love tornado tags. Me.
Why?
It's just wild shit. It's great.
Because you don't have to do like one of these slow or keep them in the
corner.
Oh,
normal tag matches are too formulaic. Yeah,
I suppose, especially it's a bit different, isn't it? Because like you said, they haven't had any in a while.
Because your typical tag match, usually it's just like the heels just dominating in the corner and then tagging in and out, and it's just like
and then you build up to the hot tag, and then nothing matters until someone hits their finisher. You've got that bit where they're all hitting finishers on each other. I put here as my note, Raw is so hard to watch. There's nothing happening. I hated it. Between that tornado tag match and then Garza versus Priest that went on forever, I can't tell you a single thing that happened other than Priest winning. I was like, Raw, honestly, I was sat here. I was like, Raw is doing my head in. Raw is just so bad. After the match, the jobbers come down for the 24/7 championship. Priest and Bunny fight them off. What?
The jobbers.
What do you mean?
Drew Gulak is a great technician, and they just degraded him to level now. It's jobbers.
Humberto
Jobbers
Carrillo.
right here.
You know, these are good people.
Drew Gulak.
Drew Gulak, yeah.
Randy Orton says he's distracted by Alexa Bliss. I was tempted to put here, aren't we all? Then he coughed up. Then he coughed up blood. Then he coughed up blood. Anything to add about Randy Orton coughing up blood?
Have you seen that meme about Papa Shanga?
So we opened our letterbox today, which basically means that we're now taking questions and messages and that from the viewers. And
I thought you and Emma just literally opened and found something. That's what I thought you were going to.
But no, but we've
we
got
found
we've got something to talk about Randy Orton coughing up blood in a bit. So I don't really want to talk about it.
Ooh, what? We're accepting stuff from the fans now?
Yeah.
I'm really outdated on this stuff.
Shania versus Asuka and Charlotte is next for some reason.
I'm single, ladies.
I said here, surely there's something better for Asuka than this.
Yeah.
Nia Jax pins Asuka. And within a space of 24 hours, has pinned both champions.
Yeah. Why?
She pinned Sasha Banks at the Elimination Chamber and has now pinned Asuka on Raw. She's pinned both of them. And Reginald pinned her. So Reginald is better than all of the women.
Do you know what that says to me, right? That says to me that Charlotte and Bianca are both walking out with the belts at Mania. That's what it says to me.
Charlotte?
Yeah.
Rhea.
You think Rhea?
Rhea. I hope Rhea.
But why not let Charlotte take the pin then?
I'd have Charlotte. Because Charlotte does a promo afterwards. She walks off like, "Oh, I've had enough of this," and then walks off. Sheamus beats Jeff Hardy after hitting a bro kick in a match that, again, means nothing. Like, what was this match for?
Nobody wanted.
It went on
and
way
it was
too long.
literally just there to fill time. It's ridiculous. It's literally ridiculous.
Where was Drew as well on this show?
I think he's been off for a reason. I think he's waiting his time till next week, me.
Apparently,
shit.
They I can't remember where I read it. Apparently, they still want him to be in the title picture, but I think the only thing that you could really have him do is come out and kill The Miz. So I think they're letting The Miz have his moment.
But why would he kill The Miz? Because
Miz,
I know.
I suppose
it's Lashley, isn't it?
Joint effort, though, isn't it? I'd get them both.
I think they're just trying to let Miz and Lashley and that moment. Like,
go on.
I was gonna say, isn't it mad that in like a space of 2 weeks we've gone from the title picture being Sheamus and Drew to Lashley and Miz? Like, it's just completely changed, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Is everyone in agreement that the only reason they've put the belt on Miz is so Drew can win it in front of fans? Like, are we all on that wavelength?
I think that's pretty well known, isn't it?
But see, I said that Sheamus would have won at the Chamber, and then Drew would have won at fans. I think they've got.
I think they're keeping their options open.
I haven't even. Oh yeah. I'll get to that in the main event. What I think. Charlotte cuts a brilliant promo on her dad. I loved this.
Yeah.
I can't say I've enjoyed a Charlotte promo, but this was good.
What's going on?
I know, right? She cuts it on the Lacey Evans situation. She says that he's not funny. He's ruining their family name. This whole promo was brilliant. I really, really enjoyed it.
No, it was.
She's good. Charlotte is good, to be fair.
And then we get Lana and Naomi beating Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose very quickly. Why?
More filler.
And
Monday Night Filler.
And commentary did say that they are still #1 contenders as well. So Shania are feuding with 3 different tag teams.
Literally.
Sasha and Bianca, Dakota and Raquel, and Naomi and Lana. Like, they're feuding with everyone. AJ Styles beats Ricochet with a Styles Clash, then Omos beats him up after the match.
This is a good match.
Ryan, AJ, Ricochet?
I mean, it's good, but like they've just ruined Ricochet, haven't they? Really, like
they have, haven't they?
We all know he's going to win. It's just pointless. It's a real right match. They've done great matches before, so we haven't really seen much different.
We've seen one like a couple of weeks before the Rumble. Literally,
it was filler.
It was filler. It was getting them in on the show. It was
It's just getting them on for the sake of it.
Where do they go with Styles for Mania? It's criminal, right? They don't have a plan for Styles at Mania. Your best in-ring technician, and you don't have an idea yet.
I had an idea for him. What
give
was it?
over.
Right, yes.
Give over.
I want AJ and Omos to go for the tag titles.
No.
Give me them versus the Hurt Business.
It's your biggest stage, though. You want a one-on-one match with your best technician.
Yeah,
to
but
put
look
on a
who he's had in the
tag match.
past.
He's not going to do
Undertaker. Shane
that.
McMahon.
Classic.
Jericho.
Classic.
Jericho was good, yeah.
Classic.
But
all three of them have been classics.
They were, but I want him...
But he hasn't had a bad Mania match.
I want him...
Tag one.
Riddle for the US title.
See, I was thinking that. But who goes over? I don't...
AJ.
Yeah,
Riddle.
You can't put Riddle over AJ. Riddle's not even that good compared to AJ. It wouldn't.
AJ is.
It just, yeah.
Pardon the pun. Phenomenal.
I'd give it AJ.
Main event. Is it just me or did Lashley beat Strowman with ease? I didn't think this was a long match. I didn't think it was difficult. I thought Lashley just killed him.
Good.
After the match, Miz tries to attack Lashley with a belt. Lashley spears Miz and holds the title while the show goes off the air. Ryan, you mentioned that you think Miz is losing next week.
100%. If not then Fastlane.
Fastlane. I reckon that we get just shenanigans. He gets carried out some
I do it,
Fastlane, no DQ, Lashley wins.
John Morrison will come in and like take the ref out or something or whatever. I don't know.
There'll be shenanigans on Raw.
Yeah.
And then we'll get Lashley winning the WWE Championship. Like, it's mad. I love it. I love it.
It's long overdue, to be fair. Like, he is world class.
I mean, Miz has only had
his promo skills need a bit of work.
But yeah.
But I don't want him to win it and then drop it straight away. Like, what does that achieve?
I mean, it gets it on his resume, doesn't it? Like, it gives him something more than what he's already got.
It feels...
You've built him up with this much just to have like less than a month title reign. Like, come on.
It does feel like that hot potato in it.
Yeah, literally. That's what I said. I think they keep their options open because they don't actually know what they want to do.
Because it was what? Drew to Miz, Miz to Lashley back to Drew. But like you said, they don't even know what they want to do for that title picture yet. No. They said at the moment Lashley's in it and Miz isn't.
That's the headline. They even know what they're doing with like. They even know Autumn Fiend. That's not even for a title. They know what they're doing that and stuff. So
would you be against a ladder match for it?
Yeah. No. Yeah, for your main belt, I'd be against a ladder match.
Really?
Mid card, 100% go for it. Not your main belt.
I want to do it for Intercontinental. Like Big E defended in that. Yeah.
Too gimmicky for your main event, Matt.
Fatal 4-way?
Even then, it's
Drew, Lashley, Miz.
Triple threat. I'd do.
Famous.
Yeah. I'd do Drew, Lashley, and Lesnar. Me as your main event tonight.
What about Drew, Lashley, Sheamus?
Lashley, Sheamus.
I reckon it could be. You know, now that he's in a stadium in front of fans, I would not rule that out. The question so fast. They need to sell those tickets somehow.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Lad, it's a pandemic. People aren't going to be up for buying tickets.
They're only selling 25,000. They'll sell out instantly.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know, man.
They've not been for wrestling in that over a year.
But there is also the fucking risk of the pandemic, though, isn't there? I know everyone's going to jump on it.
I don't think they'll care in America, to be honest with you.
I think they'll find 25,000 people like that. I think
I don't think they'll care in America.
I still think, though, Mania without a Lesnar on.
Yeah.
I think...
It doesn't need Lesnar. It doesn't need Lesnar.
I know it doesn't, but in Vince's mind, Lesnar's a special attraction, which, to be fair, he is.
Yeah.
I can see him bringing him in for it, 100%. They got Goldberg for the Thunderdome. They got Goldberg into the Thunderdome. They got Reigns back into the Thunderdome. That were never going to happen at one point.
Reigns full time.
Yeah, but they weren't going to come back, was he? But they got him back. So I won't rule it out completely.
I am. And you can click this up. You can click this up. Brock Lesnar will not be at WrestleMania this year.
Mate, I hope to God he's here. I hope it's... I don't want to see that. I'm going to say Lashley versus Lesnar. That'd be all right, I guess.
Yeah. But you've got to have Drew in there.
Yeah, it'd be a triple threat, wouldn't it?
Then you've had Drew in that last year, Drew and Brock last year, so it's just, sticking Lashley in it.
It's weird, right? It's weird how we can have, like, Miz has got two, can either go against Bad Bunny or be in the title match. Like, that is two complete opposites.
Give me Miz versus Bad Bunny for the title.
No, Jesus Christ, no. What
champion versus champion, winner takes all, WWE 24/7. Main event, night 2.
Our truth comes in after match. Bad Bunny rolls him up.
Oh my God.
Our truth becomes WWE.
The lights go out. with the sign comes up, WrestleMania ends.
Wow.
Off the post-match Raw of Mania with R-Truth coming down.
Oh,
Mate, the fans on the night after Mania would love
They
that.
popped so hard.
Anything else to talk about Raw, guys? Or we're right to jump on to AEW?
yeah, good to move.
AEW.
Have you both watched it?
Yeah.
Bits of it.
Moxley starts the show, beats Ryan Nemeth. I can't believe how much he looks like Dolph Ziggler.
It's weird,
Like,
isn't it?
it's weird. Moxley cuts promo about his match with Omega. Another Moxley promo, really. Not really anything, you know.
It was a good promo, though.
Yeah.
He's a good talker, isn't he, to be fair?
Yeah.
Varsity Blondes take on Team Taz. Team Taz win. I like Brian Cage. Every match I've seen of his has been good.
Yeah, he's all right, isn't he?
Yeah.
Very, very rare he doesn't put on a good show.
There's a strange video package of Sting and Darby Allin in the desert.
Yeah.
And Sting tracks a
get
body
that.
bag to the stage with a member of Team Taz in it. I just didn't get the video package. Why are they in the desert?
I mean, and then Darby Allin's in the body bag. And then in the arena, Darby Allin's not in the way. Somebody else. Pretty weird, man.
Darby Allin comes to the ring on a zip line with a skateboard and beat up Team
No, that
Taz.
was sick.
That was cool.
Sick,
I just
that
that
sick.
video package just threw me off. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it didn't really make much sense, that video package.
Charles Taylor and Orange Cassidy challenge Myro and Kip Sabian at Revolution, so that match has been confirmed to be happening. I want to see Orange Cassidy versus Myro. I can't remember the last time.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I watched a match and thought, I don't know who I want to win this. As much as that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had Finn Balor and Pete Dunne, but I wanted Pete Dunne more. This, I don't know. Do I want Myro to just kill him, or do I want Orange Cassidy to win?
I think that'd do a lot for Myro if he did do that.
Yeah.
Myro.
He needs to do something, doesn't he? Friggin' hell.
Yeah.
Jake Hager beats Brandon Cutler. After the match, the Inner Circle beat down Cutler before the Young Bucks even the odds and call out Jericho and MJF. Jericho and MJF appear on the Tron, beating up the Young Bucks' dad.
That really good, that.
That was good. Like, how he was already, like, busted open when they cut to the cam, like, cut to him. I thought it was pretty cool. They smashed them into their sons on the back of the truck. I thought it was quite cool.
Jericho as well. Like, it looked like it was the 2000 Jericho. Do you remember that jacket he wearing? Like, I was like, Jesus Christ.
And then they both did that, didn't they? And then, and then he's like, oh, let's go. Run, let's off.
I love him, man. He's so funny.
Kenny Omega beat Isaiah Cassidy with the Dark Order at ringside. Again, just building towards that big money match, isn't it? Kenny Omega.
Gonna be explosive.
Wow.
Kenny Omega is making a Moxley extermination chamber.
Wait, what?
Kenny Omega is making a Moxley extermination chamber. Did you miss this bit?
Oh my god! Yeah,
he was backstage, like he was somewhere doing some DIY. He was played golf and been to a school or whatever. He was building somewhere, and they're like, "Yeah, we're building a Moxley extermination chamber." Nyla Rose beats Britt Baker to advance to the final of the US side. Rio and Thunder Rosa is the other semi-final. So we're gonna get the final next week, and then the match will happen for the title at Revolution. This tournament's just sort of everyone's like, oh, the AEW's women's division is a joke, and it's like, well, they've got a good division, but one match a show. Yeah, it's a long match.
It's not treated well, is it?
Let's be honest. Yeah, it's not much, is it?
And then main event, then qualifying match for the Revolution ladder match between Rey Fenix and Lance Archer. I put, well, Rey Fenix is good, isn't he? Like, I thought he was flipping amazing in this. Lance Archer wins and joins Scorpio Sky, Cody Rhodes, and Penta El Zero Maido in the.
That'd be a good match.
There's two more people to be announced. I reckon one of them are going to be the Big Show. I'm joking. I don't think that's going to happen. But that's going to happen next week. So, what do you think of the main event, AEW Revolution?
All right,
Jack,
next week. Sure.
I don't think it was as good as the previous few weeks.
No, it was. I feel like it's missing something, but I don't know what.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Like, you feel like it's missing something until that thing happens.
There was no Sammy Guevara.
No.
There was no Pac.
No.
No.
FTR.
Eddie Kingston. FTR did a video package because they didn't have a match either, or Jurassic Express because their match is next week. There was a lot missing, but
Yeah,
it's all
there
built up
was.
to next week,
But
isn't it?
I feel like because they usually do big things like every week, you can allow like a week or two off.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's not like it was awful.
Ryan,
It wasn't awful, like unbearable to watch. But
Is next week the Shaq match?
Yes.
Is it like a
Does that-
special super show sort of thing, or just a regular Dynamite?
Crossroads, they're calling it. Because Terry
fair.
Blanchard is coming out of
That's pretty
retirement for a
clever.
match, isn't it?
Oh, is that at No Revolution? Is that next
No,
week?
that's next week.
Oh, that'd be a good show then. Yeah, they're probably just saving it till next week then, aren't we? Because
Yeah, you can
that's a
understand it,
stacked
definitely.
card next week. Yeah. And Shaq are on the mate. That's destined to be.
What, Paul White and Shaq? Yeah.
Paul White, they're on the same show, aren't they? I've just
Yeah.
twigged that. Oh my god, there you go then.
So we're going to move on now to everybody's favourite segment. Ryan, what is it?
Who's that wrestler?
Who's that wrestler? The score is 3-all.
Baby,
Ryan
baby.
Taylor had a 3-0 lead, and now we are back 3-all. Ryan Sutcliffe, you got last week's right. Do you want to ask the first or second question?
Do you know what? I'm going to ask the first question.
Oh, shock horror.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
Has this athlete won I'm going to ask the same one I asked last week, won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship?
No.
Oh.
Ryan Taylor.
This is getting intense from the get-go.
Superstar, a Royal Rumble winner.
No.
Is this superstar female?
No.
Damn.
I'm tempted to say something. Remind me, and I'll say it after this segment.
All right. Has he main evented WrestleMania?
No.
Was he mainly active between 2011 and 2021?
Yes.
I see.
Is he still with the company? WWE, that is.
I was going to say, which company?
Yeah, sorry.
No.
No.
Not
Has
there.
he since wrestled elsewhere since leaving the WWE?
Probably.
Oh, that is weak, man.
I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it Heath Slater?
No.
That were quick.
That was quick.
Going in, I've got to go in
Okay.
earlier. I can't leave 3-0 lead slip, I have a late slip. But
Has this guy had any to what you would regard high-profile matches at Mania?
No.
You don't know, do you?
No. Well. If it's what I would class as high profile,
yeah, it's up
then
to
yes. But for the rest of you, no, probably not.
Okay.
Has he held the tag belts in WWE?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Was this so-called high-profile match, in your opinion, was it a singles match?
No.
Misa needs to think.
Does the suits currently preside? No, never mind. No. Because you'd know if they'd had a match. So I was going to know that's going to be a waste.
Good question.
Look at him flexing his arms. Did you see that? Massaging the pythons.
You're a knob. Has this superstar held the Intercontinental Championship?
That was my question, you
Yes.
pillock. Yes. You say yes. Right.
Oh,
Is it Zack Ryder?
No.
Bollocks.
Is it right? Well, is it right back?
No.
Oh, I well thought you had it then. God, that's such a good guess, I think, anyway.
Wait, it's logical.
Has he been active in the company from 2017 to 2021?
Define active.
Wrestling and being on-screen role. Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Yes. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Are they better known for being in a tag team?
No.
No, right, okay.
Has he held the Intercontinental title between the years 2017 and 2021?
2017, did you say?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
The
Who's
music
playing
sounds
GTA?
better with you. Yeah, Ryan, we might get DMCA. You might need to
Alexa,
turn that off.
Turn
At least he
down.
didn't shout this week. Alexa.
This is well tricky, man.
It helps when I know, like, the guy's stuff, doesn't it? Last week was a mess.
Did he leave WWE before 2000? No, before 2020.
Yes.
Before 2020. Did he win the Intercontinental title between the years 2014 and 2016?
No.
Oh no, is he still there? Is he still there? Is it Curtis Axel?
Oh, no. Good guess, though.
Is he still in WWE? I can't remember.
No. I think he's been released. Yeah, he's been released. But you're right, he has been Intercontinental Champion. He has been Tag Champion.
This is a
I have a name, but there's no way it can be this name.
Go on.
It's not Cody Rhodes.
No, because he knows.
Bollocks.
Has he wrestled at another company? Oh, I don't know.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, maybe.
I'm trying to think who held the tag belt.
There are other championships available.
Yeah, has he held the top belt, as in like WWE Universal?
We've already.
Ryan already asked that, so no. That was Ryan's first question.
You've wasted a solid question.
I included Universal in there, so.
No, he hasn't.
Did he hold the Intercontinental title between the years 2011 and 2013?
So he has to have done.
I've got a strategy here. I've got a strategy.
So he has to have done if it was.
No, I've missed out a bit. I missed out a bit of a chunk. I missed out 2015.
Bear with me, because.
So, but if you're thinking it, then he's definitely been around during that time. Then.
Yeah.
Well, you asked if he was around during that time, and I said yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But, no, I said any time between 2011 and 2021. I didn't. That could have been any.
Ooh. Oh.
This is where he's never won the IC title.
He has won it, but not in them years. But he was mostly active between them years. So, yeah.
This is a nightmare.
I think I could be on some sort of lines.
Like I said, there are more championships.
There is.
Has he won the US title?
Pardon?
Has he won the United States Championship?
Yes.
Well, that's not out.
See, that would have narrowed it down loads.
It's narrowed it down to me, to be fair, a little bit.
Oh! I think I might know who it is.
You're getting me nervous.
Possibly. No, I feel like it's a stupid answer, but it's possible. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. This is a stupid question.
Thanks.
No, this is a stupid answer that I thought.
Is it Alex Riley?
Oh, no.
That's a shout.
Oh, he never had IC. He never had IC, though, did he?
Did he have the United States?
I think he did for a little bit. I could be wrong, though, actually. 2010.
Is it Kozlov?
What a waste of a question. What a waste.
No, but that is a cracking answer.
Wait.
Go on.
Ezekiel Jackson.
Ryan.
Santino Morello.
Yeah!
No!
It was his tag partner.
No! No! Do you know what I said? Do you know just then, when I went, oh, that's a stupid question, when I went answer, I was thinking Morello. Then I thought, nah, he didn't leave in 2019.
Oh, because the questions you asked were, did he leave what was it, 2019? After 2019?
Yeah.
I was like, no,
that was my answer instead of Kozlov. That was my answer.
He was Intercontinental Champion back in 2008. I didn't think it was so long ago. United States
His
champion
first
in
ever match.
2012.
That's what hang on, you said he was more active then, but I was like, but that means he could have won a belt early on. And then I was like, but hang on, I asked a question about when did he leave.
Don't try and save it.
Tag titles with Kozlov.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it you said? As he... You said, is it male? I was like, ooh, Santina. And then you're like,
Honestly,
you're like, has he had a match for the past few years? I was like, Santina.
You don't know how much I'm feeling, right? Oh my god, I'm
The
fuming.
high-profile match was Miss WrestleMania.
I'm actually fuming.
I would not have classed that as high profile. You're right.
Ryan, you've let a 3-0 lead go.
And I should have won that one. I
You say that every week.
No,
what was it? Oh, the Elimination Chamber quiz. True or false? False. Oh, I meant true. Right. I feel that was a good one.
If I lose, but this one, no.
That were a hard one. I think that was your hardest one you've done yet, though. To be fair,
sweet. I feel like that was a good one.
We're quite tricky.
Stupid question. Hit the game anyway.
I'm gonna
It's rigged.
open the letterbox for the first time.
Oh, well, before we start, what actually is the letterbox? What's the concept?
What are you praying
I wasn't
for?
listening.
Literally, if anybody
Seth Rollins.
What?
Anyway, what's the concept?
It's like, what's this letterbox? What is it? Please.
Literally, if anyone tweets us or leaves a comment, or if anybody asks us a question, then we just put it in this segment.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So this is
That sounds
from
like a
one
right
of my
dick,
mates. It's a bit extreme.
Oh,
but
Jesus.
we'll hear it out. So he messaged me saying, just watched Raw highlights, and I thought of something. What if the Fiend isn't a person, but a virus that makes someone become the Fiend? Perhaps the rebirth of the ground is turning Randy into a version... Oh, perhaps the rebirth of the Fiend is turning Randy into a version of him, and that's why Alexa Bliss is attached to Randy. It's very extreme, but I feel like it's something worth a discussion.
That's
I
interesting.
think to a certain degree we already have that, though.
Explain.
Because you think, right, the Fiend, he beat Finn Balor. Finn Balor then goes back to NXT and turns heel. The Fiend beats Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins turns into the Messiah, turns heel. The Fiend defeated Daniel Bryan, goes face, cuts his hair. The Fiend defeated John Cena. We haven't seen him since. There's sort of that trend. I think it's a cool concept. A bit too supernatural for me. Yeah, the list goes on. Like, anyone he's Randy Orton, he's got more sadistic than he ever was, to be honest.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah.
For me, it's a bit too supernatural. I don't really like the 5-5 Funhouse match.
Funhouse.
Didn't really do much for me this year's Mania. Thought it a bit too wacky and weird for like a sport side of it, looking at a sports perspective. The entertainment perspective, it'd work. But I think it's really interesting. But I just personally wouldn't like to.
Yeah,
I mean, it opens your eyes a bit. As in, like, it is like a good idea, or like a good what's the word? A good analysis, maybe. Concept, yeah. But
my issue with
wacky as shit.
My issue with it is, what would you do with Randy? Would you put a mask on him? Would it be that mask that he had when he got burned? Like, what would you do? You know, how would he look like the Fiend?
Or to look like the Fiend?
Or would he look different? Would he just be as sadistic as he is?
Put scars on him.
You won't put him.
Would he? Go on. No, it's gone.
Right, you wouldn't make him look like the Fiend, would you? You like, it'd be like another
stuff down his top of that, make him a bit tubby.
Exactly, it's like another version of the Fiend.
Would you give him the Firefly Funhouse?
Yeah.
Would you?
Maybe.
Would you?
Maybe. Why doesn't it turn into some sort of viper? But it's like a Fiend kind of trait, if you get what I mean.
But he actually
looks like a viper. That makes sense.
I do like that. But yeah, it's very like, I read the message and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to discuss that on the podcast because that's something.
Yeah, it's interesting because
I like the idea.
We don't know where this storyline is going, really.
Everyone's complaining. They're like, oh, another chance blown, another return blown. Yeah. We haven't seen him since December, yet he's one of the more common superstars we're talking about. Yeah, we talk about him every single week.
Yeah. I think that's big credit to Orton and Bliss for me.
I as well like,
and the Fiend. I give it to Bray as well.
Yeah, I like the fact that you never know. Like, it was the weirdest shit. I watched that segment with Bobby Lashley, Shane McMahon and stuff. And I was getting bored. So in the back of my mind, I was like, it's so cool how they don't really delve into the side, but if they did, where it's like, no matter, say he's been drafted to Raw, and the Fiend, any Raw star could always be thinking, what if I'm next? Because you never know when those lights are going to dim. That concept is proper cool because nobody ever knows what's going to happen.
That's it, yeah. So John Morrison could be there, like, well, what if, like, what if the lights go down and he comes after me?
He could literally show up in the main event of WrestleMania.
So yeah, literally,
that might be character. The first time we see him.
Yeah.
It might be a video package. But it's mad because, like, the Rumble, everyone's like, oh, we didn't see him. The Chamber, he's definitely going to be there. Still haven't seen him.
Because you could fully have the Fiend beat Orton at Mania, then obviously have to say, like, whatever Drew or whatever that title match is, and then just have him show up on the title and going, let me. You know what I mean? And then just leave it there. Then that'll want you to tune in and watch Raw. Yeah. Anyway, like, you could do so much with it.
I flipping love it. It's mad that, like, when he first came out, I think they gave him eight Firefly Funhouse videos, and was like, you've got free reign, you've got 8, do what you want. And now look at it, he hasn't been on TV in 2 months yet. We're talking about him every week.
Literally, man, it screams volumes to the character.
Flipping amazing. So yeah, if anyone else wants to leave a letter for us in our letterbox, comment below. That was on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Just get in touch with us. Send us a carrier pigeon. We're going to talk about the weekly discussion now, and you two don't know what topic I brought up.
No, we do not.
This is something that I feel very strongly about.
Oh, God.
Should WWE unify the tag titles?
No.
Yes. I want to say yes.
Yeah.
Ryan Taylor, discuss.
I want to say but because the tag, because they don't treat the tag division with any sort of respect. Like, could you imagine, like, because you've got like a handful of good tag teams, but there's only so much you get, especially over 2 brands, you're stretching it. So could you imagine just having one and you're fighting over one set of belts, and that'd make it so much more interesting. Because obviously you've got your New Day, you've got your Street Profits, your Usos, your Miz and Morrison, your obviously the Hurt Business now. Who else have you got? Obviously the Dirty Dogs. Don't like
Gable
that.
And Otis.
Gable and Otis. You've got Retribution. Maybe you could have 2 members from there. Like, make it more interesting and exciting, because then you wouldn't know. But because if you have 2 sets of belts, you're just stretching it. It's just the same old. It's just like, oh.
Well, like, how many times have we had Lucha House Party face?
Oh, with the House Party as well.
Like, it's just,
Exactly. It's just
boring. I think that look what Shania have done. Even though we don't like them, they've turned up on every brand. And as much as you don't want to admit it, they make it feel special. They make the belts feel special. They can travel between brands. I would not unify the NXT ones. I'd leave them.
No, leave them.
Just Raw and SmackDown. Bring back the old belts that the New Day carried for a year, and have them jump
I'm on podcast.
From Raw to SmackDown. You could have muted his mic.
Yeah, I'll come down after. Thank you.
You could have muted your mic.
I cannot mute mic. I am not in a mic. I am on a headset.
So, yeah, have them unify the belts. Give it to New Day, for example. Have the New Day appear on Raw and on SmackDown, and have have like 3 feuds going.
They could have basically whoever's got the belts. They can have that what was it, the wild card rule, right?
The invitational.
Yeah,
they that could be just for them.
I'd only have it for the champions, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, look at Shania. They're going from Raw to SmackDown to NXT. They're going on every single show. Do that with the tag titles on Raw and SmackDown. Like, just have them.
To be fair to them, back in a few years ago, back in the 2000s to the 2010s, they did that for a while. On back in like the very, very old days, they had that and it worked. To be fair, they even had that concept was originally for the first ever draft. They was going to do that with the will title, have it.
Yeah.
Like whoever the champion is can travel between brand and brand, but then like they brought in the WCW and it like it worked, and it worked well, to be fair.
What annoys me is like the women's tag team titles. The Riot Squad have never had. Have the Riot Squad ever had a serious 2v2 match for the titles?
No,
not that.
They're an actual women's tag team, like the only one.
Yep.
And they're not. It's ridiculous. But especially seeing as they love breaking up tag teams at the moment, Heavy Machinery, New Day. Honestly, I could just go on and on. Like Cesaro and Sheamus, Cesaro and Nakamura, Nakamura and Rusev. Like I can go on. Like they break up every tag team, but have one set of belts go between brands. And I think for me, they make it more interesting for me.
Oh,
I don't get the why they split up Heavy Machinery, because you just shoved Otis into another tag team. I genuinely don't get it.
What's Tucker done since?
Nothing.
Won the 24/7 championship and lost it 10 seconds later. That's it.
And just
something that for some reason I must have missed out on SmackDown. I did miss out. Otis and Gable turned heel on the Mysterios after getting themselves disqualified and continuing a beatdown. Otis is heel. Good. Otis and Gable.
Good. A new direction.
I told Emma, she was like, how is Otis heel? Like, how can you hate Otis?
Exactly.
But they should have done this. They should have done this back in October when he lost Mandy, when he lost the when he lost his tag partner.
Snapped. Yeah.
But no, now it's just like Gable's like, yeah, just beat him up. Don't you, Ray? Beat him up. He's an old man. But yeah, so we all in agreement that they should unify the tag belts.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be permanent. Just trial it out and see how it goes.
Just do something. Like,
you
know, you forget who the tag champions are.
Because you could even have like one strap red, one strap blue, just to show.
Do you know what? I like that idea. I was thinking half and half, but one of each.
Yeah,
I kind of like that. I do actually kind of dig that.
That's just my idea, but.
So we're going to move on now to the final segment, which is the bold predictions. Hit me with your bold predictions, lads. What have you got?
Jesus Christ, I need to think of one.
Hulk Hogan to AEW. Sure, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go. Big Show or Paul White to be in the Revolution ladder match.
Oh, that's
face of the Revolution ladder match for the TNT Championship opportunity. Big Show to be in that. That's mine.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's interesting that next week when we all come together for a podcast, we will be discussing Shaquille O'Neal's match.
Oh yeah,
that's just crazy.
I look forward to that. To be fair,
what have you got, lads? Have you got anything for me?
Oh Jesus!
It's mad because it's like the name of the podcast. Yet we go a whole week without even thinking about it. Then it comes to it like, oh, hang on, let me think of something.
I mean, I got it's not really interesting or groundbreaking, but I'm going to say Triple H won't be on this year's Mania card again.
Interesting. Interesting.
Oh, I've got a bold one. I've got a bold one. I'm just going to put out. I'm going to say Jey Uso to have a match with Edge on SmackDown this week.
This week,
or leading up, or maybe not this week, but before Mania.
Do you know what? I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
I would actually love to see that.
I feel like Edge needs another match before he goes to Mania.
Oh yeah, and I think he'd be down for it as well.
Who's more perfect to do it than Jey, who's a very safe, but
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
It'd be like a squash match, but so we are now approaching the end of the podcast. Week 12, 3 months straight, lads.
Damn.
3 months straight.
That's crazy.
No, not for.
Not for somebody over there who missed a week. Just saying. So this is the last February podcast as well. Just going to announce a few things that we've got coming up in March. We've got a Fastlane quiz, which Ryan Taylor feels very confident with because there's only been 5 shows. We'll see how much he's actually been paying attention. We've obviously got a Revolution review. We've got a Fastlane review, and pardon me, we have a Let's Talk Wrestling. Ryan Sutcliffe and I will be hosting Let's Talk Wrestling with a professional referee who is on. I'm not going to say it. I'll let him say it. But he's a professional referee. We're going to be sitting down with him, talking to him, talk about his Mania experiences, talk about his job, how he got into it, all that jazz. But yeah, as for now, thank you very much for listening or watching, whatever. All our socials are in the link below. We will all see you next week. Cheery bye.